So I came up with this idea for this science fiction dialogue, and basically, I am interacting with an ET. We just discuss a variety of topics. I was inspired by three main books, which are Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil, and I was also inspired by Neil Donald Walsh's Conversations with God, and a third book, which is actually a children's book, and it is called Jenny and Joopy. So here we go. Welcome to my science fiction dialogues.
How do you spend your time? Do you choose to speak with us? Listen to us? Is it useful? Only you can know. As we said, entertainment is useful if it perpetuates the idea that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, that everyone can win. Although compete as you wish in fairness, take rational heed and learn to decipher what perpetuates what you want. What kind of games do you play? Grand Theft Auto? Useful games? Instructional games? All games are learning games. What is a game? Define game.
Okay. Game definition: a form of play or sport, especially a competitive one, played according to rules and decided by skill, strength, or luck.
If you tire of our definitions, so be it. We need to remain on common ground, with a common understanding. For certainly there is room for misinterpretation even in one's own language.
Thank you, Yada. I agree. You've been saying that for a long time. Okay, so, Yada, I understand now, okay, that my avatar was in training in order to take up the information necessary to get to this state. It's like I reached a certain level, and there you are.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, but to add to that and to make it more clear, we can choose what we want to invite.
Choose the energy you want to entrain with and interact with and include into your reality.
Right. So who was it? Jim Rohn, who said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
People want ideas that are useful.
At one time, I used to think all my words had to pass through 3 gates. Is it necessary? Is it true? Is it kind?
It took too long and I had nothing to say after, so now I just think, is it useful or is it potentially useful? So I think possibly it is, but again, knowledge is only power when it's applied, right?
Yeah, so true. We are going to find ways to apply it in the most efficient and effective way. That should be the goal, shouldn't it?
It seems obvious.
You may find it surprising that we also speak to John Voight.
What? Are you serious? You speak to John Voight? What do you say?
The same thing we say to you. Life is supposed to be difficult. This is part of the game.
You're joking.
Yes, we are just joking.
Sometimes I can't tell when you're joking, but you always know whether I'm joking or not.
At this point, our senses are greater than yours.
Will I ever have the same capacity as you?
You will, but, when you do, we may not be in the same state. That is of no issue. For now, some topics we are not inclined on discussing. There are specific interests that are the topics for you to persevere in and showcase.
All right, so...
You were asking about your previous incarnation. But we say, learn where you are now. Learn from where you are now. Your previous incarnations are learning. Your future incarnations are learning. And your simultaneous incarnations are learning. As we said, we are a simultaneous incarnation of you. Of an aspect of you, yes. Of course we are a previous incarnation because we have lived much longer. Our current avatar came into being before yours. Our human intergalactic avatar has had a longer lifespan than your Middle-earth, human, avatar. We are a previous incarnation and are also a simultaneous incarnation. We answered the question in the way we felt it would be easiest for you to understand. To clarify, we use the term Middle Earth interchangeably with the concept of 3D Earth. And, yes, Carl Jung was correct when he said flying saucers are humans from the future. Well, some of them are anyway. And we sympathize with you. We were unable to intervene until this point, and even now, we only speak our words. It is up to you to listen. You choose. You have the autonomy to choose where you focus, and so be it. Food for thought. What kind of food do you consume? Healthy? Or rotten? We are also playing this game. This is our intervention point. It is within a span, determined by the closeness of proximity to this greater sun. We refer to this as the Sirius sun.
Okay, so it's an interesting game. It sounds like.
It is a full immersion game. Yes, we told you. Same blueprint as Minecraft, essentially. In a very basic way. This is true. So, we have tried to explain it to you in many ways and we feel we have succeeded. Therefore, we have accomplished this task at hand. And so we score a point. Ha! We will simplify it for you at your will. Not to be condescending.
Of course not. I have some of the traits that you have, so it's kind of rubbed off on me, right? But we have the same oversoul.
You know, everyone with the same oversoul doesn't respond in the same way or have similarities in terms of compatibility, right? It's which one of your other fragments you resonate with most. Your resonant frequency. It's another testament to our free will, when applied with conscious intent.
Right, thank you. Yes, I see, Yada, you don't give me all the information, you only confirm. There are some new concepts, though, you have introduced me to. Some things that I haven't heard from anywhere else. So in this way, it proves to me that there is some benefit regardless of whether it's, imaginary or real.
We agree that's the best way to present it. I'll conclude this introduction with a quote from Dr. John Lilly. In the province of the mind, what one believes to be true, either is true or becomes true within certain limits. These limits are to be found experimentally and experientially. When so found, these limits turn out to be further beliefs to be transcended. In the province of the mind there are no limits.
Thank you, Yada.